bleeding edges in Yemen, no end in sight as Saudi general blames Iran for expanded help for rebel warriors. Arriving at the air terminal in Aden, the port city as of now filling in as Yemen's capital, requires a plunge over the sparkling blue water of the Arabian Sea and the score of big haulers holding up at anchor. Underneath the waves can be made out the state of about 6 additional big haulers, presently lying sunk and rusting. At the air terminal itself, sunglass-wearing warriors ring the runaway, programmed rifles held. As our caravan of SUVs gets out through the fundamental door, 4 shots are discharged into the air to clear the traffic. Nobody in the encompassing vehicles looks astounded at this abrupt explosion of gunfire. 2 wore-out Russian T-55 tanks, a model previously created 65 years back, stand a short distance ahead, both bowed and broken by age and shell harm. Wherever in this spot, it appears, are the unpreventable tokens of brutality and over a significant time span unrest. This is a perilous land, it shouts at you. A spot where wars are battled and won or lost, yet battle consistently proceeds, and where it is unquestionably proceeding with now. I am there on the greeting of the Saudi Arabian government to go through certain days with its soldiers in the nation. They are the most recent of the organizations that have been turning into and out of Yemen since the time the Saudi military got together with 9 other primarily Arabic nations in 2015 to act after a gathering of Yemenis from the north, called the Houthis, ousted the chosen president and looked to take control. It was relied upon to be a snappy intercession, one in which the mind-boggling innovative prevalence of the Saudi-Drove alliance would rapidly overcome the restricted weapons of the Houthi. In any case, it didn't work out that way. The Houthis were combat solidified and wily in the wake of having just spent the earlier years in a guerrilla battle against the public authority, and they are upheld by Iran in the event that not fundamentally toward the start of the contention. At that point positively altogether now, which has been blamed for seeing an approach to additional spread its arrangement of battle through intermediary, which had just demonstrated so effective in Lebanon and afterward Iraq, to stall new Arab rivals. Presently, after 5 years, the Saudi alliance is still here. There have been wins. There have been misfortunes. There have been discretionary arrangements. There has been the awfulness of nearly 12,000 regular citizens slaughtered, including numerous ladies and kids, as per the all-around respected information base ACLED. And a huge number of Yemenis who subsequently suffered hunger and gambled starvation in what the United Nations has named as the world's most exceedingly awful man-made helpful emergency. Be that as it may, the end result of such a lot of enduring has been a military reality in which Yemen, a nation which traverses double the size of the United Kingdom, is as yet separated into fighting parts. The Houthis hold territories in the north and focus. The public authority upheld by the alliance has as its range of prominence Aden just as the south and the east, over which it has a few if not all-out control. Actually a large part of the nation is rugged, similar to Afghanistan, it is hard for anybody really to assume responsibility for. Going into the room where the Saudi Arabian authority in Aden, Brigadier General Naif al-Otaibi, is sat with quite a bit of his top staff and the nearby lead representative, Ahmed Hamd Lamlas, the general sensation is one of fatigue. Eyes ringed with dim exhaustion gaze at me from above clinical covers, the wearing of which even here characterizes these COVID times we are surviving. As so regularly in such places and such wars, they need to show me a PowerPoint introduction. I have seen these in Baghdad, Kabul, and Mogadishu. The endeavor to arrange tumult and disarray onto slides by exhibiting the endeavors being made by military individuals to frantically manage things, to urgently some way or another wrap their activity up so they can at long last return home. In Baghdad I sat as a sincere American authority experienced slide after slide indicating the moves they were making to help Iraqi life risks by combating disease through getting rid of the smoking of tobacco. Outside self-destruction planes were close to week by week exploding themselves in business sectors and a significant part of the nation was in out-and-out revolt. Here, exactly as expected, the emphasis is on the improvement extents that are being embraced. For reasons I can't comprehend as the substance is something contrary to anything that could be viewed as mystery, I am advised not to take any notes of what is said. Which is in reality counter-beneficial as there are unmistakably endeavors being established by his group in any event to construct as opposed to devastate schools and give street lamps and different enhancements, whatever the truth may be of their drawn-out effect. The youthful Saudi authority giving the preparation has that enthusiasm in his assignment that is again so recognizable from other such introductions in comparative spots undertaking comparable tasks. It helps me to remember the youthful British ladies from the Department for International Development promising with conviction how she was carrying genuine vote-based system to Basra in front of the 2005 political race there, or the Ugandan officer in Somalia clarifying how the African Union power he was essential for would guarantee kids' return to class. At the point when I pass on, what I accomplish here will be what I will be estimated by. Saudi authority. The moderator this time might be wearing a crown, long white robes and the green petticoat that marks him as an individual from the Saudi Development and Reconstruction Program. However, there is the equivalent, practically respectful conviction in their central goal and its definitive exemplary nature. Sometime thereafter, as we have supper, he is sat adjacent to me. He will be here for a very long time, he says, investing a half year at an energy and really at that time returning home for a fortnight to see his significant other and little youngster. Is it justified, despite all the trouble? I ask him.